Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox and I'm coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 5, Episode 13. I'm gonna do this video fast. Ain't got too much to say. Let's get to it, shall we? I just did this whole thing on Cynthia and the shit did not record. So you guys about to get the shortened version, okay? Cynthia wants to do pageants, okay? She has decided that that's her new direction for the Cynthia Bailey School of Fashion. Cynthia used to be in pageants when she was younger. As a matter of fact, that's how she was discovered. She didn't place in the pageant, but there was a scout there who sucked her up and put her promptly into the fashion world in New York, and Cynthia became a successful model. So it's big things, you guys, big ideas. Y'all get on Cynthia's level. She invites a guy to come down to tell her all the ins and outs about the pageantry world, and he is telling her all the things she needs to do, what age bracket she needs to have, when she needs to do it, blah, blah, blah. They get to the money section, and old Cynthia's eyes light up. She's like, oh. Mr. Man tells her that you can charge anywhere from $50 to $1,200 for entry fee, and then you've got your hair fees, you got your makeup fees, you got your headshot fees, you got your dress fees. I mean, it could, the way he was saying, it could really run up to some thousands of dollars, and I was just like, okay, that's all fine and good, but I don't think that you're going to get that kind of money from Twan, okay, who's trying to get Marshanique up in the damn pageant, okay? Maybe you might want to bring that shit down a little bit. And the man did tell her, maybe you want to keep it a little bit lower, somewhere closer to $250. I was like, baby, maybe you might want to put that shit at $50 and go from there. Cynthia's thinking about it. She's looking, her eyes lighting up. She's like, fuck, I got bills. I can make up my money on that Peter Thomas debacle. You guys remember the money that she lent to Peter before they got married that she lost, what was it, $40,000? So yeah, Cynthia is in it to win it, okay? She wants to do this pageant. She goes out, meets with the guy. They go scout some locations, I guess, of where she could have her first pageant. She invites Portia. And now, I don't really understand why. Why Portia's there is so beyond me, because you have a damn Miss America, Miss USA, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Why would you invite stupid ass Portia? It don't make no sense to me, okay? And then you get Portia up in there, and she up there talking just some old silly, retarded, foolish, dumb talk. She want to take all the damn money from the proceeds. Cynthia was like, excuse me, I said a little bit. She wanted to sing at the goddamn thing. I was just like, girl. Now, we done been on this fucking show for 13 goddamn episodes. Now, when you become a singer, for real, girl, please. So, Cynthia's just like, no, I think I'm going to, have real entertainment if that's what I was going for. But thank you. It just didn't make any sense that she would invite Portia, especially since her and Kenya don't have any beef any longer. And, like I said, you have somebody there that has experience that would, I'm sure, give you the right tips. Even if you got to deal with some of the extra, I'm sure if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely have chosen Kenya. It made absolutely no sense. And that's exactly what's wrong with folks, okay? You let stupidity come in between some business, okay? We talking two different things here. So, yeah, I don't know, y'all. But more on Cynthia later. Just hold on. You guys, the show is for the most part about this damn donkey booty, stallion booty video. What are we on? 3 weeks? Is this 3 or 4 weeks of this? I'm so over it that I don't even know if I'm going to be able to give you guys all that you want today, talking about Phaedra and Kenya's fucking ass. The show opens basically with Kenya and Phaedra both, kind of talking about these videotapes and what they're going to do. Kenya is working out with her trainer. He's co-signing on the stallion booty video. Phaedra is making pretty good, strides towards her video. She's taking pictures that will eventually end up on the cover of the DVD. And I believe one of those pictures did end up on the cover of the DVD because that's what they had on in the photo shoot. I'm sitting there looking at the show like, okay, they both have nice bodies, okay, and both for different reasons. First of all, Kenya's over 40 years old, and I don't care what any of you guys out there say about Kenya. Kenya has a nice body, okay? You get to be older, the shit is harder to keep up. I know for a fact that that's what it is, okay? So she works out, she looks good. There's a whole bunch of bitches out there, I don't care what you say, will trade places with her body in a New York minute. You keep your own face and you keep your own personality, but y'all quit acting like Kenya's got this fucked up shape, because it is not that, okay? Booty a little odd is something that we could deal with. Phaedra, also looks good. And because Phaedra had a baby, and you guys know, those of you guys who have had babies, that if you don't have the genetics where the weight just drops off easily, then it is hard to fucking lose the weight after you have a baby. Okay, some of us have had a fucking baby 15 years ago, still calling that shit baby fat. No, baby, that's just fat. Ain't no baby in front of it. Phaedra also looks good. I don't see a problem with either one of them. Okay, so technically they both can put out this video if that's what they wanted to do. Now, Kenya's gotten word that Phaedra's been going around town talking about her, okay? And when we say that she's gotten word that she's been going around town, that means that the producers done told her what the hell Phaedra said. Phaedra's saying that she's got a chemical imbalance. Phaedra is saying that she's mentally ill, saying that she drinks like a fish, that she doesn't know how to act in public. And Kenya's feeling like the reason why Phaedra feels like that is because she opened up to her and told her about her mother and how her mother is mentally ill and how she, how she grew up. What did Lawrence say? And side note, you guys, I gotta say that I felt really bad talking about Lawrence last week because when I look at him for real this week, it's something is not right. Now, I'm not saying that he got the package and nothing like that, but it's something going on with Mr. Lawrence. He kind of look a little bloated. He's looking very pale. And I see that they're putting on a lot of makeup to try to cover up whatever these splotches or blotches on his face. And that Bravo know they was fucking wrong for showing him from behind. My Twitter followers asked me last night, did I notice his bumps? And I was like, did I notice it? Fuck. Bravo just damn near might as well have put a fucking blinking sign on it that said, look at me, look at me. I was like, they know they fucking wrong because it just took your attention. I don't know what it is. I'm feeling kind of bad for Lawrence. I hope that he really is not really, really sick. Maybe he's just having a reaction to some medication or something. Something there need to change though. But anyways, like I was saying, Lawrence was just like, well, you know what the whole thing is? Then you done told Phaedra all your damn business and she ain't told you nothing, right? So you gonna learn next time, keep your mouth shut. You see how that shit worked out for you? Don't do that shit no more. Now, Phaedra is still going on and on about this video. They have a girls' night out. Well, Candy invited all the girls out to eat at some Indian restaurant. And, well, not everybody shows up. It's Candy, Phaedra, Portia, and Cynthia, and another girl there. But from the show, that was the 4 that was there. They're sitting there talking. They bring up the video, of course, and Candy kind of pumping up Phaedra to talk about it, and Phaedra's saying, whatever she got to say the dirt about Kenya. Did anyone hear how she name dropped Tyler Perry? And we already know that she's supposed to be good friends with Jane Fonda. Well, turns out that yesterday on Twitter, Nene was like, Tyler Perry told me for a fact that he ain't never even met Phaedra. And Jane Fonda came out last week and also said that she only met Phaedra one time, and she ain't back in this video or anything like that. So I was just like, it's just like some niggas, we always be wanting to name drop. Like, nigga, just because you bumped into them at the mall don't mean that they your friend. Shit. Guys, let's just talk about Portia a little bit. So like I said, I just don't know why Portia is on this show. What is she there for? I think that I would like Portia a whole lot more if we just accepted the fact that Portia is a housewife who has a rich husband, who buys what she wants, who does what she wants, and don't really have any other purpose but other than being this housewife and mother. Okay, it's perfectly fine to be that. Be the best at whatever it is that you gonna be. I don't like the fact that Portia always be trying to just add to the whatever, and it don't be having shit to do with nothing. And I'm tired of giving the excuse that she's young, because she's not really that young. She's 30, 31, and at that time I like to think I had a little bit of fucking sense. Portia's there, she putting in her 2 cents. She tells them about Kenya and her lunch that she went to with Kenya. I was with Candy. It's like, how many times you need to keep on going out with her when you already have decided that you don't like her? What are you even going out with her for? I could tell you why. Because she's trying to solidify a position on this damn show. Because you already knew that little outing that they went on was going to be ending up in disaster. And the shit was funny to me because Kenya is the queen of shade. When she was just like, I'm trying to have a woman-to-woman conversation with you, and Kenya was like, it would have to be a woman in front of me. I thought that shit was genius. I was like, let me write that shit down. It got to be a woman in front of me. So Portia's telling them the how the fight went, and she's like, and then I looked down at her feet and they were so ashy. I was just like, girl, get away from me with your ashy feet. They're all just looking at her like, that's what you said? That's the best you could do? I was like, fuck, somebody get her a Your Mama joke book fast. Ashy feet. Do you know that we can put lotion on it. What do they have a cure for stupid? So they was really just tolerating that Portia. You know, they look at her and they just be like, okay, you know, Cynthia, who also's got pretty good at throwing shade this season. Cynthia was just like, oh, you guys, did I tell you that Portia said she was gonna sing in my pageant? Put her on the spot, you know, and they were just like, oh, really? Okay, you know, Candy was just like, let me hear you sing something. And of course, you guys know that she was just like, no, I'm not gonna do it, and oh, my throat is hurting, and oh, I'm not prepared, and I don't, and all of this, like Candy said, you know, everybody's a fucking singer. I remember I told y'all everybody used to be a real estate agent and the producer. I guess they done moved in front of the mic now. Okay, so, you know, she ain't say, she starts off, Eyes on the Sparrow. She was just like, I sing. And I was like, girl, give it up. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about was Cynthia. Now, I was wondering when the old Cynthia was going to show up. She's sitting up here with the girls, okay? She kikiing it up. They talking about Kenya. They talking about this donkey video and, you know, her pageant and all that stuff. And she is sitting there, I'm going to say almost co-signing, right? So here she go running her tall ass back to Kenya and letting Kenya know exactly what went down at the thing. Just a old backstabbing, two-timing, always run tell that type of bitch. I guess she ain't never gonna learn from that damn South Africa trip. Okay, y'all remember what happened in South Africa? She couldn't get away from Sheree fast enough to go and tell Marlo and Nene what Sheree said about the party that, you know, Candy and Phaedra was going to, that Sheree invited her to. She started that fight. And she started the whole big thing about Black Baby Gate. Okay, and y'all remember how we had to suffer through like 4 or 5 episodes of that shit too. So here we go again. You know, she runs back. She tells Kenya, you should have been there because they said this, that, and the other. And just couldn't wait to tell. I was just like, oh my God, Cynthia, shut up. I think I would like Cynthia better if she would just choose a fucking side and stay on it. Okay, right or wrong, I don't really care, but I want you to stay loyal to one side and let that be it. Okay, because it ain't nothing worse than a fucking bitch that sits on the fence. Let's talk about this Shoe Dazzle event. So Nene has designed a shoe for Shoe Dazzle, and she has donated all the proceeds from this sale of this shoe to the Saving Our Daughters Foundation, which was the same foundation, and Closet Freak pointed out on Twitter last night that it was the same foundation that K. Michelle, you know, spoke at. Remember when she spoke on Love and Hip Hop ATL, and she spoke to the girls, and she was in the wedding dress looking like, you know, Anime Bullock. Not a laughing matter. I'm sorry. So Nene is working for this same foundation. Very fine and good. Okay, so they're having a presentation party. Nene is, you know, presenting the shoe to everybody, you know, and letting everybody know about the shoe, blah, blah, blah. It is a regular party, okay? It's a nightlife in Atlanta party. There's a good amount of people there. You got your press and, of course, all the girls there. So, yeah, it's definitely an event. I don't know if it was cooked up for the show or not, but whatever. It's enough people there that it's classified as a party. All the girls are there, and everybody except for Kenya, okay? Kenya ain't made it yet. Kenya is in the car, and as a matter of fact, Kenya done took Sheree's place in the car with Lawrence. I was like, haven't we seen this scene before? Okay, I see you, Lawrence. Lawrence trying to make sure he have a spot. You know, he just put in new bitch and act as if, okay? Do what you gotta do, Lawrence. I ain't mad. So they in the car, they on their way there, and, you know, she's just, whatever it is, you kind of see that she's got cooked up some idea that she's going to do something to make Phaedra uncomfortable. I'm thinking to myself that she's going to get in there and be over the top and act like she was drunk and falling all over the place and act, you know, mental. But something inside of me was telling me that it was going to be a little bit worse than that. So when they pull up to the event, you know, you see her in her Range Rover. She's got on this really big white furry hat. So I was like, oh, she's going to play up the Southern Belle aspect. That's still what I was thinking. Like, oh, okay, she's going to have the tacky Southern Belle overstated outfit and, you know, do this whole act. Y'all, when she got up in that damn place, you know, they just show her kind of walking through, but they don't really show her, but you can kind of hear the rumblings getting louder, the reactions of people that see her as she's coming in. And when she walks into the area where the girls are all sitting down, the Bravo got that camera fucking keenly planted on Phaedra because they want to make sure they get Phaedra's reaction. And Phaedra sees her, she's just like, Oh, y'all, why that fucking Kenya have on the same little netted dress that Phaedra had on when they was in Anguilla when she came out with the thong up the booty? Kenya had on one of them titties out, you know, hanging on the sides, and these big ass butt pads with the circles cut out. You guys, honestly, the most ridiculous and hood rat hooker ass shit you ever wanted to see in your life, okay? I know that everybody was mad. I know that it was inappropriate for the time and the place. I know that, you know, she basically has kissed her whole Miss America, Miss USA, whatever the fuck is called title. She can kiss that goodbye. You know, the respect that came with it. And I know that, you know, maybe she should have took a little different route, but yo, I'm sorry, that shit was funny to me. I was cracking up. I don't care what anybody says. They were fucking uncomfortable. And I think that that's exactly how she wanted to make them feel. Now, I ain't never went that far for a joke. Now, I will go, you know, I'll make faces and I'll make sounds and everything, but you know, I ain't got that kind of courage. But you know, fuck. If you gonna do it, shit, do it the right way and go all the way. That's what the fuck I say. Nene, I think, was upset at first, and but once they sat down and they really got to going back and forth, I think Nene got a kick out of it. Shit, Nene and Cynthia both was smirking and kind of laughing with the whole thing. So I really think that Nene was, you know, kind of like, I don't think that Nene really likes Phaedra. I just still deep down inside, I'm not sure if Nene and Phaedra has buried that hatchet just yet. Now, of course, where everything is kind of bad on Kenya is that everybody at the party was not in Anguilla. Folks at the party have no idea that Phaedra showed up at the, you know, when everybody was going out looking like she did. Okay, looking like you. You sitting up there looking stupid because you up here in this outfit that very obviously and clearly has, you know, no business being at that party. Kenya went on and took the L on that one because, you know, everybody there is just like, what the fuck? I thought she was Miss America. Why is she coming up here looking like this? What is wrong with her? Is she crazy? Is something wrong? So yeah, that did kind of make her look even crazier, but still, I was just like, that shit was funny to me. Everybody on Twitter last night was so outdone and so upset and everything. I was just like, Phaedra wore it. Okay, and really, it was not even really that appropriate then. I mean, you guys saw what everybody else had on there. Okay, yeah, they were at the beach, but were they on the beach the whole time? I mean, were they in restaurants when they went out there? Like, where did they go? Did she just stay on the beach? Like, I thought this shit was funny. I tell you what, though, she is definitely a big part of this show, and the reason why a lot of people watch, okay? And, no Kenya, no show. I tried to make my makeup look like Portia's. I just loved how her makeup came out. I think she's such a beautiful girl. And, you know, y'all see, it didn't quite come out like hers did. But I did try. I made my lipstick a little darker because that light pink, I was looking kind of crazy with this light hair. Really, I know I look like Tamar. Y'all go on and tell me. I don't really know how I feel about this bang going to the side. I think my center part will be back again once I wash my hair. That is it. I don't think I'm doing Love and Hip Hop New York. I'm about 90% sure that I'm dropping that video, okay? We're just going to put something else in its place, okay? I don't think I can do it. You guys make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. Channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do in the bottom bar below. All right? All right. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.